Is. All right, here we go. So here is the Trump family video, kind of about their experience into crypto, and we're going to learn a little bit about this. It's like a 5.5 minute or almost a 6 minute video, and we'll do a little bit of a reaction to it. So let's go. Enjoy.
The banking system that we have around the world, the modern banking system, is antiquated. It's antiquated, and it's just a matter of time before really crypto not only catches up, but just really leaps ahead.
When I heard that, I was just like, man, this is like, I feel like one, we got the same hopium package for sure. But two, this is like one of the more canned answers. But I get it, right? He's not wrong. Eric Trump is not wrong with what he's saying. Banks are the dinosaurs. Crypto is the meteor that comes in and smashes them up. Do you think that the United States is going to be the crypto capital the crypto capital of the world? Do you think they've got enough juice? I mean, we'll listen to more of this. Let me jump. I feel like I'm jumping ahead there, but the whole idea of listening to what these guys have to say is, they've got a strong representation of TradFi, meeting crypto, meeting DeFi, if you will. And whether you like them or not, whether you like it or not, like them or not, it is probably the closest thing that we have to, even bringing on this mass adoption, but really being the bridge of what TradFi and DeFi is. And I know we all had different ideas of how it was going to look, when it was going to happen, and who was going to be there. But okay, let's dig in.
And so we're incredibly excited on a lot of fronts, and I think America will be the crypto capital of the world. And I fully support it. My father fully supports it. Our family, is fully embracing it.
President.
Funny how, because he's shitting on it before, right? Funny how when you're making money on it, it's a little different.
And Eric talking about the Trump family's venture into cryptocurrency, which has made the president a major crypto dealer when he's also the industry's top policymaker, raising questions about possible corruption and conflicts of interest. Here's Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky.
Americans have always been fascinated by stories of boom and bust, from the gold rush to the dot-com crash to now overnight Bitcoin billionaires. Whatever concerns Americans may have about the stability and security of cryptocurrency,
hello, Bitcoiners.
President Trump does not share them.
I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
Trump. But I'm going to make an observation. Every time he says the word Bitcoin, he says he's got the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. It's really strange. Bitcoin. He says it really strange. Pay attention to that. But I just feel like if you were a crypto skeptic, I mean, you're just listening to this and you're like, whoa, this pivot is a little insane. Is this genuine? Or was this a pandering? Because you got to remember, this was the summer before the election, right? So was this just a pandering? Was this a grift? Was this just to capitalize? I mean, think about it. Not as like us. Listen, if you look at this stage, I think you see the person in the white jacket. That may be Loudmouth. I don't know. We were all like in the first and second row, like off to the side here. Like we were all there. We were there listening, like screaming, excited. Think about the people that weren't us. Think about the antithesis of who we are listening to this. Like you got to put yourself in that position too. Not to play devil's advocate, but to play devil's advocate. Whatever. I just, I think the political motives and campaign donations, we knew also that going into this political season, that crypto was like the number-one donator in all of the election stuff. So we played a big role. Did we get duped? We were told that we were going to get sick of winning, and I tell you what, look at the fucking chart. We have not been winning since December. I'm not sick of it. I'm not sick of it at all. I'm sick because I'm not winning. I think a lot of us are sick because we're not winning. Yeah, we win trades here and there, but on the other, like most of the fucking gains that we get, you give right back. Like if you hang in a trade too long, you see this thing go right back to where it was. Like the pops don't stay. And we'll look at charts later today. I mean, it was happening even in Ondo. Like I got myself in a trade and that shit was fucking way up. And then like right back to even in no time. Like, it's crazy what's going on. Let's see. Crypto Drunk says, I think XRP is going to play a massive role. Biggest misdirection in history. 100%. All of this is. We are in one of the most manipulated industries now because it's the Wild West, right? This is the grift. The grift is on. Crime season is here, baby. And so the manipulation is stronger than it's ever been. So we know that this is going to be the biggest bull run of all time, but you better grab your big boy panties and you better hold on tight, baby, because it's going to get rough. I feel like this is not going to be, remember, we're playing with the big boy money here. Anyway, this is the institutional bull run. This is the first one that we've seen that's an institutional bull run. I think that, maybe we haven't seen nothing yet. What was that song? You ain't seen nothing yet. Bam, bam, baby, just ain't seen nothing yet. Whoever that was, I appreciate you for writing that song and popping in my brain right there. All right, let's get back in. Sorry.
Trump, once a crypto skeptic, is now one of its most prominent backers and able to reshape crypto policy to his potential benefit. He embraced Bitcoin during the campaign.
I'm proud to be the first major party nominee in American history to accept donations in Bitcoin and crypto.
And the Trump family now has its own crypto venture, an unprecedented blurring of the line between private business and government policy, even if
I feel like that's like a major conflict of interest, right?
If the president and vice president don't face the same conflict of interest laws that other executive branch employees are subject to.
Essentially, the president is taking the weakness in our current ethics laws that allow a president to continue to hold financial interests in businesses while he's in a position of presidency to just a whole new level.
The difference is, though, is that from every corner that you look at this, it's market manipulation, right? 100%. But as the hopium smoker that is a crypto bull, and it's like, this is the shit that we've been dreaming of. This is not me. I mean, institutional money was never the thing that I was dreaming of. Even early on, like, my whole thing was, I was saying, like, look, they screwed up the traditional ecosystem. Like, why would you want them here? But at the end of the day, we lost, so it doesn't matter. We are here, so now we got to deal with what they're going to do
In this administration.
Trump, his three sons, and others, including Trump's Middle East envoy Stephen Witkoff and his sons, launched World Liberty Financial, a firm that makes the president and his partners major players in cryptocurrency. A company associated with the Trump family holds a roughly 60% stake in the firm, but the president's image is all over it, the website dubbing him Chief Crypto Advocate.
What makes World Liberty Financial unique is that it's Donald Trump. It comes with Donald Trump's seal of approval.
The White House telling ABC News in a statement, in part, President Trump's assets are in a trust managed by his children, and there are no conflicts of interest. President Trump campaigned on being a champion for the crypto community, and he has taken significant steps to do that. World Liberty Financial has also announced plans to launch a stablecoin, a cryptocurrency pegged to the U.S. dollar. The company has reportedly sold $2 billion worth, with a Trump family entity receiving a 75% cut of every sale.
Now, let me just ask you a quick question. When you think about that, is that actually bullish for crypto? Is that actually bullish for crypto, do you think? Did any of, like, you've heard me say that the launching of the Trump token was bullish for the mass adoption of crypto. Short term, long term, sure, no problem. You could argue it either way, and I'll hear it, and I could probably, defend every different position you have there, right? And I think that would be an easy one. Now you add in what happened with the Melania token. I think that was where the whole thing, you heard me say this too, is like, that's where the whole thing got cheapened, right? Once that happened, that's when this became, potentially, we had the NFTs. I get it. You had the NFTs, but you kept your family out of that. That made sense. You dropped your coin, but then you started getting the family into that. That was a little too much. Is this just more centralized bullshit in this ecosystem? Maybe. At the end of the day, there was the opportunity to legitimize meme coins with the Trump coin. I think that there was a very strong, and you could make a strong case of that was the opportunity was, hey, I think that we really could find a way to legitimize, what is happening in the meme coin season. It's always going to be around. It's always going to be here. Think about it like Vegas, right? Think about it like Atlantic City. Think about it like the places, the red light district in Amsterdam or whatever. There's always those shitty city areas of society that exist. They're not everywhere. It's not fully accepted everywhere, but it's acceptable to go there, kind of a thing. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in meme coins stays in meme coins, kind of a thing. And then maybe that's where we get to. And the whole idea of money transmitter licenses and who can launch them and how that all works, that may potentially change. I mean, that's how it works in the stock market. Not everybody can launch a fucking stock, but everybody in the world can launch a token. But that's kind of the whole point. But at some point, you got to protect against the bad actors that just do consistently. Anyway, let's keep going.
And at the same time, Trump's White House pushed for new policies that directly impact stablecoins.
I've also called on Congress to pass landmark legislation creating simple, common sense rules for stablecoins.
If Congress does what Trump wants, it could help further legitimize cryptocurrency and, he says, expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar. Just this week, at a conference in Dubai attended by Eric Trump, World Liberty Financial announced a $2 billion investment from the United Arab Emirates to use the company's stablecoin.
Binance and the foreign investment firm are going to use Donald Trump's stablecoin to finance their transaction, essentially giving Trump a cut of that $2 billion deal.
What the fuck, Binance?
Boy, looks like corruption, smells like corruption.
After meeting with senior Pakistani officials, including the Prime Minister, World Liberty Financial posted this video touting a memo of understanding with Pakistan without saying what that means.
The thing about World Liberty Financial is it's still very opaque.
As World Liberty Financial expands its business and its partnerships overseas, Trump's administration is rewriting crypto policy at home.
A top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent, and principled approach.
Trump's Justice Department pulled back its crypto.
I mean, that's the asset reserve. That's what let's go. Fort Knox of crypto. That's where the U.S. becomes the leader in the world.
Enforcement disbanding a unit dedicated to investigating cryptocurrency-related fraud, telling prosecutors in a memo reviewed by ABC News, the Department of Justice is not a digital assets regulator. That shift.
Is that scary to think, though? Is that bullish to think, like, if we say we do become the world leader, say we become, like I said, the Fort Knox of crypto, all that stuff, is that bullish or is that scary? Is that bullish or bearish to you? Drop that in the comments. Bullish or bearish? I mean, I should probably do a thing, but I don't have YouTube open. Just drop it in the comments. Bullish or bearish on the U.S. being the crypto superpower of the world?
Is consistent with President Trump's other pro-crypto policies, including directives to the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to ease up on crypto regulation. Another change that could directly benefit the Trump family, the administration's creation of a digital assets reserve, where the government will buy and store cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether.
This will be a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold to be housed within the United States Treasury. That's a big thing.
After the president's announcement, certain digital coin prices surged, and since World Liberty Financial owns many of them, its assets inflated in value too. Trump and the First Lady have also launched collectible meme coins, which spiked, then cratered in value. But according to the New York Times, the transaction fees still made Trump millions.
Nobody knows who buys the meme coin, but Trump makes money when people buy it. And so it is just an open sewer
So does every
valve
fucking company that ever
that
sells anything, you
allows
bozo.
for
They make
anybody
money when
who's
somebody
trying
buys
to
it.
influence the Trump administration to be able to secretly funnel money to Donald Trump.
And there are also new questions over pay-to-play, as the meme coin website touts exclusive access to the president, offering a private dinner to the top 220 meme coin investors, raising questions over whether Trump's embrace of crypto is meant to enrich the country or enrich himself.
Okay, So you can look at this a lot of different ways. I mean, like a lot of events that we go to here in Web3 are token gated. And so, you know, as being a holder, you get that access, right? As being a kid called Beast, having some NFTs, I got to go to the exclusive party in New York. As, you know, Ape Fest, you know, having Mutant, I got to go to Ape Fest. You know what I mean? Like that is the ethos, is token gating. Like you get access, you get access to the president because you own $400,000 worth of the crypto. It just, while it is pay to play and you think like, oh, this isn't adoption, this is just scams. At the end of the day, like that's what the mainstream thinks of it, and probably because they don't quite understand it. But if you were to if you were to get into Web3 a little bit more for people who aren't here, like you would understand what we do. And like, you know, you go into the community, so you have access to the artists, you have access to the CEOs, you have access, again, it's unparalleled access that we have in Web3. And that's one of the beauties of it. And so while most people think that it's scammy, oh, you got to pay this much to have the dinner with the president. I mean, like if, you know, your favorite NFT project is throwing a party at, you know, the conference that's in your city and you want to go, sorry, man, you probably got to have the NFT to go. That's just the way it works. So that's it. That is the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. I liked doing a little reaction to it and going